Hey guys, it is Amy, the Real Kid Tourist, coming to you live from my office. It is February 12th, 2020, and it is a beautiful Wednesday here in Orlando, Florida. I dare say it's a little hot today. The humidity seems to be cranked up a bit, and so walking out of Epcot today, I just kept thinking, no, it cannot be here already. It's only mid-February. It's not even mid-February yet. That's not till Friday or Saturday, so gets me a little nervous. We all know the heat here, but still, when it really starts to kick in, you're just like, it just never like lets up for months on end. So I'm hoping, please, just for a little longer, we can kind of just have a little less craziness. So today was one of those days where I had to have faith in everything of my life and faith in my car. So a couple days ago, I saw the one tire was kind of low and we had filled it up, and I was keeping an eye, and it looked great for the last 3 or 4 days. So I do this thing in Celebration. It's almost embarrassing to talk about. I know I've talked about before, but just so you get the context of where this is coming from. So when I leave Disney, Celebration is right over I-4. So I can go onto I-4 to go home, or I can go into Celebration and like get like something fun to eat or whatever. And I call it shame eating because I don't want anybody to see me eating, because A, I'm horrible. I don't want to bring it home to my family because it's more expensive that way, or B, I shouldn't be eating this junk anyway. I rarely do it, but when I do it, I obviously do it in my car, and it's kind of my own moment, and I watch something stupid on my phone because it just is the whole picture. You know what I mean? We all watch something that's like just, you know, we're not like crazy proud of either, but we're like, oh, this is so good. So I'm not gonna tell you what I'm watching. So my shame eating takes me to Arby's. I don't eat there a lot. I like the curly fries. And so I was like, I'm gonna go get some curly fries, and I'm gonna sit in my car, and the warm sunshine's gonna feel so good. And I had this moment like a couple months ago, and I thought, really, well, you know, who cares, whatever, you know, I hide the evidence when I come home and throw it away, and it's this whole thing. Well, yeah, it cost me this morning because, so I could have ran over this anywhere, but here's the thing. Like 9 months ago, I went into Celebration quite a bit, like once a week, to hang out with my friend and talk and girl chat, and we would take a walk and whatever. And I stopped meeting her downtown and started meeting her over at the Publix. She'd come pick me up and we'd drive in because I was constantly getting nails in my tires. And I thought it was just me. I thought it was just a thing. Like maybe there's just a lot of construction in Celebration, or maybe it's in my area somehow, which it isn't. There's on the other side, but nobody's putting up any houses or anything. It's just, there is on the other side. I don't know. It could be from over here, but there's construction everywhere. I don't know. But here's the thing. So there's like this urban legend in Celebration that they just have nails everywhere on the roads, and that we asked our mechanic when we got the first nail pulled out of my tire and patched, and they said, oh yeah, we get them all the time. Celebration, for some reason, people constantly have nails all over the roads, and I don't know if it's just like a jerk thing, like someone's, you know, hates Celebration because it is a, you know, it is a richer town, and they're just being jerks, and they just feel like, hey, I'm just gonna put nails all over this town. I still don't really believe this, but so it happened the one time, and it was because I went to that Arby's in Celebration the last time. It's just God telling me, Amy, stop eating that junk, really. So I just went to Arby's last week when this started, and I was just kind of watching it, and I'm on my way to Epcot today to do this virtual vacation that I promised online, and I'm watching the number kind of jump up and down, but it's not like falling. Like the first time this happened to me, I was on the way home from Celebration, and I was on 4, and it just started to drop, and I freaked out. I pulled over off on the side road that would take me still home, but it would take me longer, but I figured then at least I'm not blowing my tire out on I-4. So I barely got home. I mean, it was almost flatter than flat, and then I think we wound up getting it picked up, or I think Craig tried filling it up in the driveway and then drove it down the road like a really quick close by dealership, something like that. I don't remember where exactly we got it done, but we got it fixed, and they said it was a nail. The mechanic also told us, yes, he gets them all the time. So even though I still think it's an urban legend and he said it maybe because he heard it, or I mean, he does fix them a lot, but he said, yes, they have a lot of nails and tires all the time in Celebration. Just let's keep that in mind, because then today, as I'm going to Epcot, I'm watching my number bounce around. It's not even dropping. It's going up, down, 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 up. It was a weird, and then all of a sudden all the bells and whistles were going off in my car. I'm just like, this is how I wanted to start my day. So I called Craig, of course, right away, and I said, okay, this is the deal. What should we do? And I didn't think that turning around was smart, because I would feared again I would be stuck on the side road, or four. I was closer to Epcot, so I drove over. He drove over the SUV. We switched vehicles, and then it was still holding at like 27. So he got it home, and he got it over to Goodyear, and they looked at it, and they sure enough, there was another nail, you guys, and it was like really like same tire that my other one was in. So either that tire really likes nails. Obviously, I have to get a new tire. They patched it, but for now, I'm gonna have to get a new tire. All that to be said is that I would like to know, have you guys heard this insane urban legend about these nails in Celebration? Like, is this really a thing? I'm starting to believe it because all I heard from the mechanic, but it's happened to me twice. So I'm just saying. Now, of course, could have gotten it from anywhere, you guys, but the fact that it was the same tire, and I don't eat at Arby's all the time. It was literally the same time frame. I'm just like, well, goodbye beef and cheddar. Goodbye curly fries. We can't be friends anymore because I can't get a nail in my tire anymore. It's just too scary, especially around here. So that was my drama this morning. But I did get to Epcot, and it was great that Craig came on and helped me. So thank you. If he's listening, I already told him, obviously he's literally in the house. But very, very appreciative that he helped to work that out. He knew I wanted to get a lot of stuff done today for work, and that was really kind. So yeah, so today at Epcot, it was incredibly busy. I thought first when I got there, and I was waiting for him, and we kind of got all the stuff, and I got in about 9:15, and so the park was only open 15 minutes, and I'm telling you again, with all those walls up, the whole ambiance and mood of going into Epcot just seems like a balloon that's just fizzled out, and it's just laying on the ground, versus this beautiful balloon in a balloon, Kim, gorgeous balloon in a balloon, and then there's the ones like fizzled out inside the balloon. That's kind of the comparison I would tell you what Epcot is right now to people. It's just so depressing. And so you can still hear the soundtrack, which is nice. You guys know what I'm talking about. They play Sloan and all that. But you literally walk in and boom, wall. So I think once they at least get that part in front done, it'll at least be more inviting. Spaceship Earth did not open today until I was heading out, which had to be 1:30. It was down all morning, so I don't know if they're starting to prepare or if I'm sure it was just down. But again, for that park, I mean, people, and I don't normally really pick up on a whole lot of chatter besides, again, the kids are screaming or mom and dad are angry because the line was too long, but I heard a lot of chatter about those walls. You know, people are disgusted with it. It looks so ugly. You know, there's a whole bridal party in there, just like, what's up with all these walls? You know, I'm just like, they weren't asking me, but I could hear them talking to cast members, and I thought, eesh, you know, pray for guest relations at Epcot. And pray for guest relations over at Studios, because for Rise of Resistance questions and the stress of that, I can't even imagine. So all that to say, I had fast passes for Frozen, which I scored yesterday, so I was super excited, which is totally meant for me today. I did a blog post about that, which I will also post later. I also just jumped on Nemo real quick. You can go watch. I totally forgot I even filmed it. I live streamed Nemo, the entire Living Seas Pavilion, and I went over and I live streamed the Land Pavilion and Living with the Land, the full ride. So go check that out on Facebook under the Relocated Tourist. It's just really nice. It couldn't have worked out better today, honestly, you guys, because I got the first row, if you noticed, in Living with the Land, the boat ride. So I was really excited. So I was like, oh, this is so nice. So they'll really feel like they're sitting there in the front row. And I was super excited for you guys, those who watched it. I try not to talk during a ride, just so you guys know, if you're wondering, like, is she ignoring us? No, I'm just trying to be respectful and let you listen to the ambience of the ride. for those that maybe have never been on it, or it's just something, it's very calming to people. It's a very peaceful thing, that ride. And so, especially Living with the Land, I just like to let people hear the soundtrack and the words and the, we all like the thunderstorm in the beginning and, the waterfalls and the rainforest part, so I just kind of try to give the ambiance as much as possible for you to enjoy, especially when you're sitting in cold ick snow right now and you're just, you're just craving for green grass. I understand. So, yeah, I hopped on that. I did the land pretty simple. I had a fast pass for Living with the Land. Walked on Nemo. That was fine. If you also notice, I keep my camera low. A lot of times I'll just hold it against my chest and kind of bring it down. I really try not to be obnoxious about filming. I don't use any lighting because their family's around me. This is their trip as well. We can all do this together. And so I'm not about to ruin someone's trip with streaming for my friends and family. So if you've ever wondered why is she holding it that way or why am I looking at the backside of someone as we're in line, it's because Amy's trying to keep it on the down low. I'm not trying to upset anybody. I really don't like getting any kids on there. It's nearly impossible in crowd settings, but I really try to avoid, when I'm shooting anything, to get any type of children on it if I can. It's just a respect for those families. And I assume people, when they go to Disney World, they know that you're going to be on someone's camera, you're going to be in somebody's, shot. I mean, there's so many things that I've been a part of that I inadvertently didn't realize I was a part of. There is a picture of Mark Hamill in the parade when he was here last for Star Wars weekends. And in the distance, you can see me waving in the background. And I'm just like, the first time I saw the picture, I was just like, oh, it's me. Now, it was 65 pounds ago, so I do not like even looking at that picture, but I crack up when I see it because I'm just like, hey, that's me back there. I don't know, I think it was used by Orlando on that Sentinel Orlando something. I was just like, hey, that's me. So, I mean, it's inevitable you're going to get caught in somebody's film or pictures or whatever, but I really try hard, you guys, to not be like, zoom, even the lines I really, watch a couple of my streams. You'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, and then so I was going to go to Imagination today and I walked down there and the line was outside around the building and I was like, not today, Satan. I mean, literally, it's like a 30-minute line for Imagination. I love Figment. I really do. I don't love them enough to wait 30 minutes. Sorry. So, I just kind of thought, okay, I'll walk around, and I'm still depressed about my cold hallway that is just gone. I can't believe that building's gone. So walked around a little bit and thought, okay, if I head to Frozen now, my fast passes were $10.35. I can make it, get on it, and maybe make World Showcase. Oh, going through puberty. Got over to Frozen. It was exactly what I needed, and that's all about in the blog post, just about the power of Disney, and that's all I'm going to say. And I had a moment, and that was amazing and beautiful. It was exactly what I needed today, and got off that and was going to wait with everybody. So they lined you up now by China because Norway has a breakfast in the morning. They don't stop World Showcase from starting at the 11 a.m. They stop it at China now on that side and left side. And the right side, I believe they stop it all the way up at France because you have the Skyliner traffic coming in on that back corner over by the UK, so they can't stop it there. So literally, basically World Showcase from China to France is what is not open until 11 a.m. And the festival itself, the Festival of the Arts is still running. That is also not open usually until 11 a.m. So the 3D chalk art, again, go on my Facebook page and see the 3D chalk art today. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So what I did wrong was, as I held this hand thinking that seeing this side of my body was going to be more conducive for the shot. And again, I had a stranger taking my picture. That is the only cruddy thing about not being able to bring a selfie stick into the parks and not having someone that I can rely on with me to take the picture, because I'm relying on literally the guy behind me and I'm like, hey, could you take my picture? So they don't care about my hand placement or anything. So it's Ratatouille is the chalk art. And if you hold your hand correctly, he's sitting in your hand. And then the whole background is, the kitchen or something, whatever. It's a really cool shot if it had worked. It kind of did, but it kind of didn't. So go look at it on Facebook because it's really cool. He looks like he's basically like balancing on my thumb. It was just I probably should have done this hand. Anyway, You know what I'm talking about. It seems to me also that they do one side of that walkway with all of their chalk art and everything, and the other side was completely empty today. I've seen where both are full, but not just one completely. So maybe during the day, then they start down the other side. That makes sense. I'm usually not there, like literally past 2 or 3 o'clock, so I don't know. But the 3D one always is my absolute favorite. They must come early and do that, because unless it's just from the day before. I mean, we do have rain. I don't know. I'm curious. Do you guys know if they change those every single day? I always try to make the artists feel good by telling them they're doing a fantastic job. You know, I love to know like what their technique is. I love to know, do they like chalk more than they like oils, or do they like painting more and all that kind of stuff. They'll talk to you, so feel free to talk to them. They are working, but you'll get the vibe. Do they want to talk to you or not? Trust me. So yeah, and then I just kind of sat World Showcase when we were open, and I remember thinking, yes, I have my wonderful Taco Bell yellow nourishment today. I normally don't hit the Mountain Dew, but I needed it badly today. It sounds like a drug. It is. Taco Bell's a drug. If you guys have done this at Disney, where you just kind of stand there and you're like, I thought I wanted to go in World Showcase, but I have to walk all the way around if I really, really want to take it in. My battery was dying. I did bring my charger, but I was hoping to sit at Seasons and just get some dinner or some lunch and just kind of have some work time, and then I could put my phone on my chargers when I love to do it. The same thing I do at Columbia Harbor House in Magic Kingdom, or I do that a lot at Be Our Guest. Ooh, I want to go eat at Be Our Guest. See, they just gotta strike me like, oh, I want to go there. I wonder if they have any openings tomorrow. Anyway, so I wasn't ready to charge yet, and I was running out, and so I couldn't share World Showcase with you guys. Wow, my voice is really cracking today. This is what stress looks like. So yeah, I just headed to Seasons, and one of my favorite seats is like on the other side of the land right there, and there are the booths that kind of go along the wall. I can see everybody, nobody's sneaking up on me. I can hear the land in the background, so I really enjoy that, and just the ambiance of it. So I sat there a good hour, and it never fails. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. This family thought, oh my gosh, I was gonna kill them. They had twins that were probably 9 or 10 months old, and then a younger baby yet of that. I don't know if it was the same family, but at one point, Grandma and Grandpa were watching, because I think the family went to go ride Soarin' and the parents, and all 3 babies were screaming at once, and they just looked over at me, and they're like, we're so sorry, you're probably trying to have this quiet moment. Now, I could have been a jerk and been like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. But I was like, no, do you need any help? And it was fine. They eventually stopped. But when the dad came back, he looked right at me before he even asked Grandma and said, did they behave? And I was like, oh, the cute one with the little curly hair. Yeah, that one's been having a rough time. Let's just being honest. So, yeah, that was my lunch. And it was very good. I love Mongolian beef there. I think it's really good. It can occasionally hit the tummy a little hard, so I don't eat it a lot, but I just love that. I love the setting in there. I almost got the cake from the Pop Eats stand out in World Showcase from Festival of the Arts. It just looked like a Rubik's Cube, and I was like, maybe I want that. And there's just such a long line to even grab a piece and like take it with me. I was like, no, another day. So, yeah, and then I walked, oh, I forgot, I bought something, you guys. So I go to Mouse Gear, and it's the end of the day, and I'm back and forth talking to Craig about the tire and how's the car and what are we gonna do and whatever. And I thought, okay, I always walk through Mouse Gear usually to either torture myself. So the tumbler that I wanted, the pass holder one, it was black, it was gorgeous. It had this weird like coating on it. I don't know, it felt like I don't know, it was weird. I did get the mug there. That's just the normal, nothing pass holder though, but I didn't get the Terravest, and of course, it's sold out. Which again, what is meant for you is meant for you, right? So I was like, okay, it's not meant for me. But I had a reason, and I felt all day I should go to Mouse Gear. Go to Mouse Gear, Amy. You're gonna find something in Mouse Gear you want. And I did. And when you see it, this is not only the most amazing thing that is just on point with my whole brand, The Relocated Tourist, but is just, I think every Disney fan is gonna scream when they see this. Maybe it's an old item that I haven't seen before, and it's been around forever and they just restocked it. So forgive me if this is an old item, but I got it. What did I get? Well, first of all, the bag is this big. It is huge. It's huge. It's a Fun Spot commercial. It's a pillow. Well, what does it say? What does it say? What does it say? Let me make it all pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. It says home with the castle on it. Can you see it? How amazing is that? First of all, Darby, if you're watching, I thought of you because this is so on point. This is very like Sugar Boot is one of my absolute favorite stores over at Disney Springs. I love Kirkland's Pier 1 imports, and this just kind of goes with that whole genre of the burlappy feel, and it just looks nice and stuff. And of course it's my castle, and that's my favorite park. So anyway, that is my purchase today. I'm uber excited. It was not cheap. It was $45.99, and then I get like $9 off that for being past the 20% off. So yay for that. I have been pretty good. I haven't got anything since the Figment pillow. That's how we're gonna do this. So I haven't gotten anything for 4 days. I feel like I haven't honestly been in the parks in forever, and just life and whatever. So you'll hear all about that in the blog post. Anyway, so this is the pillows. I am very excited, and I'm going to put it on the bed, and then when I get my new office, it's going in my new office, my new home pillow. I'm very excited about it. I was grabbing one, and then when I turned around, there were 2 gone already from when I just grabbed one. So I think they're going to be popular. So keep that in mind if you like the style, if you love Disney, otherwise you wouldn't be watching me, or if you love pillows, who just love pillows. And it's very comfortable, but it's also very big. I want to make sure you guys saw how big it was. So there you go. I hope you're all having a good Wednesday. I am going to go and get my blog post ready, get this up, and Survivor's on tonight. So yay, it's Survivor Wednesday. I've been watching since literally day one. I get more and more excited because every year they have an event and celebration called Hearts of Reality, and it supports Give Kids the World. And I love it because I have met just hundreds and hundreds of reality stars, and Amazing Race is actually my favorite. Don't tell Survivor. Survivor's my second, but I still, moments of meeting Richard Hatch, and then meeting Boston Rob, and then meeting, oh my gosh, I can't think, the names right now. Tina's one of my favorites. They've all been so wonderful and nice, and just to be able to sit around and talk to them, and it's always exciting to see the last season, because they're just new to this world of all these crazy meetups and charity things and whatever. So anyway, I will be watching tonight. I hope you guys watch too, and I will catch you tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, so I'll catch you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.